Welcome to the installation of the new model of the fire engine number B113A, which is the fire engine. As you can see in front of us, is two-piece, item number 1 and also item number 2. Now we're going to flip it over as number 1 and number 2. As you can see, we start to put in the screw like so. We flip it in. Now whenever you can see a plastic ring there, you start putting the screw like so. We're going to put 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, 4 there, and also 5 there on each piece. When you finish, you also do 1 on the other side as well. So when you finish, it should like that, look like that. All the screw is actually screwed in. That side and also on this side as well. Now once you finish, we start working on the slate. As you can see there are 5 slates we need to put in. Now as you can see, there's 5 slates. We put it in the wooden dowel in like so. Now the golden rules from beginning to the end, every time we put the wooden dowel in, always we tap in 40%, 60% in and lift 40% out like so. And we do 2 for each slate there. So 2 of that until we finish all 5 of them. And when we work on the other side as well. Now when you finish the wooden dowel, you're going to put in the locking device, which is the red button like that. As you can see, we're going to put in, make sure the arrow is actually facing towards where the hole come from. The best way to check is using your Allen key and put it in to make sure it's actually going through like that. So it's the right way to do it. So that's the way you to check it, make sure it's actually in the right position. Okay, so make sure the arrow, as you can see, is facing towards where the hole coming in, and we do all lining in all the slate like so. When you finish on this side, you do exactly on the other side as well. Now when you finish with the slate, you line it up the slate like so. Now pay particular attention, make sure you put a slate in, but the hole, as you can see here, must be lined up in the same direction all the way down, so we can put in the steel plate later, which we can show later. Now as you can see, the last one to put it in, you put it in like so. Make sure it's actually a nice fit, and make sure also the locking must be turning 180 degrees in. Now the last one, we put it in like so. Now make sure you put it in at a tight fit, and with a flat screwdriver, make sure the locking device must be locked in 180 degrees turn in a clockwise position like so, like that, to make sure actually nice and fit. And make sure all individually must be 180 degrees all lock all the way down. Okay, and also check, secondly, make sure also all the screws, as you can see here, must be lined up all the way here from the first one all the way to the 5th one at the end there as well. Next we're going to put in another locking device up here. Now make sure you got the arrow is actually facing upwards like so, and we do all for the rest of the 5 slate there like that. Now we're ready to put the other side on to lock it in. Next we also put in the slate number, item number 22. As you can see, identified by the piece, red piece like that. It's got a small hole in the middle like that, which you can put in the steering wheel. Now here we're going to show you to put in the steering wheel first. First you put in the steering wheel there. As you can see, there's also a steel plate, you put it on top, and with the screw accompanied with together, you put in the screw there. Now we'll lock it in like that. Next, as you can see, there's 2 items. One is actually a long screw, the longest one that you can find in there. the longest screw in there, which is actually 17 mil long, as you can see, which is this one. You need also a cap, steel cap like that, and also the cylinder and 2 washers to put in. Now first you have a cylinder, you put it like that. Okay, next you put in the steering wheel on top like so. Okay, now we're going to put it into the item number 22's plate. Next you put it in like so. As you can see, we're going to put the screw from the bottom. First we insert in 1 washer in like that to the top, as you can see, through the hole like that, and go through the top. And then next we put in also the steel cap in, and then we tightly tie it in with the cap with an Allen key there. Now when you tie it up with the Allen key, the steering wheel should look like that, and we're ready to assemble in. Now we're going to put in the steering wheel in this direction like so. Now when you put in position like that, we also put in a locking nuts in like that, and with a 50 mil screw from the bottom we put it up in this position, and then we lock it in the angle like so. Now with using an Allen key, we're going to tie it in so it's nice and tight like that. Okay, now we're ready to put in the next one. Now when you finish locking it in, we're going to ready to put another locking device in. Now previously mentioned, you need to use this type of locking device, which is this one there, and we're going to put it in. Now same thing as like the other locking device, make sure the hose is actually facing towards by using an Allen key. Make sure it's actually fit in, and this is the best way to check it's actually nice and smooth before you put it in. Okay, and also you can see by there's actually a arrow which will show you where the holes come from. Okay, now we're ready to put in the top piece on top. Now next we're going to put in the other side panel on top in like this. Now make sure all the locking device actually gone in the position like so. When it's actually in position, we start to tap it in like so. Just give your hand a light tap like that. Make sure actually in position like so. If it doesn't fit, then you might need to get a flat screwdriver, like in this instance. Line it up again to make sure it's actually lined up before you put another tap to go in. Now when you finish locking the side panel there, we turn over in this position. As you can see, this is what it should like by now, like that. Now here we gotta assemble the front piece. Now as you can see in front of you, which is the panel number 25, it's very easy to distinguish by, you can see there's actually a switch there with all the wiring. Now first, before you put it in, make sure you put in 4 locking devices there, which is a small one. Put in 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, and also 4 there. Now the same thing, make sure you use an Allen key to make sure it's actually in the right position, and then we're ready to put in. Now with that panel, we position in this one here in the front, as you can see. Now we also require 4 50 mil screw. Now we put in like so. As you can see, we put in 1 screw there to line it in this position. One screw there, and also 1 at the bottom. Now at this instance, we only put in position first, but do not tie it in yet. Okay, so put one there, and we do the same to the bottom and also on the other side. So 4 screws is needed, and once it's actually in position, then we start to use a Allen key and lock it in. Next, we also put in the item panel number 26, which you can identify by the 2 lights there. Now we do the same thing also, put 4 locking device in, 1 there, 2 there, and also 2 on the other side. Now before we put this one in, make sure you actually unhook the lighting there, and we need to put and connect in the light switch. Now when you untangle the cable, there's actually 1 on each side. The long one you put on this side here, like so. Make sure you got the direction correct. And also the other one we put in on the other side as well, and we connect it in on the other side there, like so. Once the cable is actually connected, we also need 4 50mm screw to lock it in. Now you put 1 on top like that, and also 1 on the bottom, and we do the same on the other side as well. Now when you finish putting the 2 other screws, and you also put 2 on this screw as well, now by now it should look like this, and make sure the position is correct. Next we're going to put the top panel in. Next we're going to put in also the panel number 21, which is this panel. As you can see, you can identify by it's actually an angle slat on the side like that. Now first we need to do exactly the same as previously. 4 locking devices in, 1 there, 2 there, 3, 4. Now once again, make sure you use an Allen key to make sure the hole is actually in the right position before install it in.